this other experience it was kind of fun. It was Paul. He was there, and he was something like I got that strong impression that he was something like a father or like a mentor to me, because of course, the Golden Guides. Anyways, I got that strong impression because he was teaching me about social situations. I was just talking about this the other day with somebody about how it was some funny situation I got into in the social world, and I wasn't sure how to deal with it, but I kind of just used my intuition to kind of navigate. And on the real side, Paul was training me on all these different social situations. He was like, okay, what are you going to do if they do this? And what are you going to say if they say this? And he was running with me through all these different scenarios, all these different like variations, all these different things that could take place. He was preparing more for them. And he kept asking me these questions like, what do you see? What do you think? What are it was just constant asking me questions and asking me questions. And it was kind of funny because I don't remember answering them specifically, like literally answering them, but he kept asking the questions, and it was very interesting. So that was the first experience. I don't know, Duane, you want to comment? I can go to the little second one.
Yeah, again, so what I've learned myself is, so what he's basically implying, and there's many ways to see it, is that, have a question ready. So you're going to be in situations, but your personal mind is going to see it a particular way, okay? It's like walking down the street and you see somebody and maybe they're wearing clothes that you don't care for or whatever, and your personal mind goes, oh, that guy looks kind of stupid in those clothes or whatever. But it's getting aside from that. And when I walk down the street or the dirt paths or whatever, somebody's coming, I use the idea of, okay, let's see who this is, okay, and see how this shows up. And so, certain situations, having a question ready, because that prompts, in other words, not just answering or saying hi, hello, or whatever, and you can say anything, as a passing stranger, whatever, hi, do you have the time of day or whatever? I used to have a pair of shoes like that. Do you like those shoes? Something to prompt something, that's a choice you make. But having a question, and you don't have to know the question because it's in your awareness. I'm just blank. When I come onto the Skypes and whatever, I'm just blank. I don't know what's going to show up. And so what I like to do is see what shows up with me as, I'm having this experience like we are having right now, and what you're sharing, whatever. I don't know what people are going to share. Even if I did, it's like, okay, let's see what they're going to do. Yeah, so I don't have any preconceived notions. I don't let the mind come in and this and that and whatever. So there's kind of the idea. In other words, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? Whatever. So in other words, what he's basically saying is, are you ready? Are you ready when you meet these social situations? And you don't have to think anything, but you just be ready for anything instead of, you don't know what to say. You see? So actors and comedians, they do this all the time. Each situation is different. So they have a truckload of ideas and scenarios that they can bring forward. And Paul used to talk about this too when he read all these books. He says it's good to have a good basis of information and knowledge according to, what's going on now, etc. So there's kind of the idea, you see, instead of just walking around sometimes and then you meet somebody and it's like, you're telling the story how you met this person, and it's like, well, gee, I didn't know what to say to them or whatever. There's a couple Seinfeld episodes like that where George and Elaine and even Seinfeld, whatever, there was some people and they don't know what to say. And it's like, that's silly. They've got all this knowledge and experience. They could just say anything, like, oh, look, your shoe's untied, even if it's not, something. So again, he's just, being ready. the old Boy Scout motto is be prepared. Now, if you watch the Bourne movies, okay, that's a very good idea. See, Bourne has been trained to be ready. And so he watches the body language, the scenarios, etc. And when somebody makes a funny move, they're in 2 seconds, they're down on the ground because he's just going to get past it. So we don't do that, but at the same time, ours is communication, because communication applies to the awareness eventually to see and gain insight from that. So that's kind of the idea, Jeremy. It's fun. So you figure out how to do that. Yeah. Thank you.